And good afternoon, Warrior fans. Just getting ready to get, well, let's see. Just now getting ready to get things underway. Check. Well, I guess you can hear me, but I can't hear you, or I can't hear me. But that's all right. We're getting ready to get things going on this Friday afternoon here of baseball. We'll do the first game and won't have the second on there. That one, the makeup from yesterday, we won't have. We'll have Grace Christian and the Raiders from Reeves. Starting lineups for Reeves: Jackson Hall will lead off, play center field. Hunter Broussard will be on the hill. He'll bat second, number 53. Number 16, Zach Lafargue, will play shortstop and bat third. Batting cleanup for the Raiders, first baseman, number 8, Braxton Phillips. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 3, Luke Cooley. Behind the dish, number 21, Donovan Romero. In left field, number 24 is Jimmy McBride. In right field, batting eighth, number 35, Caleb Bohannon. And on second base, number 11, Blake Perkins. Second base and bat ninth for the Warriors. Same batting lineup, just a couple of positions different because Brady McDaniel is on the hill. So leading off will be Logan Markle. He'll play first base in this one. Shortstop will be Maddox Adelise. Over at third base will be Canyon Wright, the senior. On the dish, we told you, freshman number 19, Brady McDaniel. At second base, number 42, Cooper Courtwright. Center field, number 5, Talon Epnet, who's been hitting the ball and playing center field really well this season. Behind the dish, where he's moved this year, he's number 8, Braden Wells. Right fielder is number 15, Colton Thills. And out in left field is number 11, Drew Horn. So that gives you an idea of the starting lineups. We'll turn it over to public address and get ready to go to work. And here we go, up and ready to get this going tonight. This afternoon, actually, here are the starting lineups. And out here come the Warriors, dressed in their home blacks with Brady McDaniel out moving to the hill. We'll get ready to go to work. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. And Busy day today of baseball. We've got a doubleheader here. We've got some stuff going on. The subdivision series gets cranked up over at Menard, and then they'll have a lot of baseball here tomorrow and 2 more games over at Menard tomorrow. Playoff basketball action is around. Oak Hill will be out at Northwood Lena hosting Hicks. 3rd time they've met this season, so just a lot going on. But at that, welcome up Chuck to the press box. Chuck, what's up?
I love it, Doug. I love it. Can't even hear me.
No, it's not. That's not that you. It's just that I don't hear anything in my headsets. But
no, I just don't
okay.
hear me unless
we'll
I put
deal
the
with
mic
it.
in there. But
All
anyway,
right.
It's been a busy. You talking about a busy day? It's been a busy day in the classroom too, as well. There you go. So you got to have the right person to push buttons and knows what they're doing. So that's what I do best. And thank you for bringing me on board.
Yes, and because of the rain, because not the rain necessarily, but we're going to move that out of the way too, and get that back down here. That'll be the standby, but at least that'll get that off of Brady's head. So we're having to be in the press box tonight for this because of the cold. There's no doubt about it. And that cuts down the graphic. We tried to get, or the camera, we tried to get one, but you're shooting through, Chuck, a window and a chain link fence and the net. Remember the movie My Cousin Vinny?
Yes.
Okay, one of my favorite movies ever.
I love it.
So in the courtroom scene where the guy's in the trailer, he says, what are these? This crud-covered window and these bushes and these leaves and all of these things.
Right.
That's what we're looking for. Not that it's crud-covered. It's beautiful, but there's 3 layers of stuff, and the camera just doesn't understand that. So we had to go with a separate route and put this in, and we'll have one that doesn't say standby after our first break. But getting ready to lead things off for the Raiders of Reeves, Jackson Hall, who will play center field. There you see Braden get that ball back down to second. And so we'll have a static shot of what's going on here, and we'll see what kind of adjustment it makes when we bring the other camera on board. But we just wanted to be able to bring you Grace Christian baseball. So a projected 2:45 start. First pitch is going to roll in at 2:55 in this one, and we are underway.
Yeah, you're talking about that camera and everything, but, I mean, through the 3 layers, people know that. I assume people know, but a camera is going to focus, and there's a big hit.
That one lifted high over to first base. There's Markle, who'll camp out under it. And that brings up a big question on there. We'll do that. So when he's on the mound, everybody's got to get away, and they don't want him to catch the ball. When he's at first base, he's calling for it and going over and getting that. So 1 out on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard.
Oh, yep.
I had moved it over there in front of him, but that one straight back to where we're at. And you can see where our camera's set up in that netting on there, because when it hits the back.
Gets a little jostling going on.
Indeed, it does. First time that we've seen Brady this year. First time we've seen him here at home. Rocks back and delivers this one. Swung on and missed right through that back to the backstop. It goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, big shout out to our Wallace Eye Associates folks there that sponsor our scoreboard. Our buddy Nick at home just having a little fun with us there, pointing out all of our shortcomings.
Nice.
I'm just kidding, Nick.
Nice.
You'll get that a minute from now. Ground ball over to Canyon. Canyon's got it. He'll fire over to first. Markle has to stretch and get that, and he does. And 2 up, 2 down, which will bring, that was Hunter Broussard, the pitcher. We'll score that one 5-3 on the putout. Zach Lafargue now, shortstop number 16, strides in there. McDaniel rocks back, fires that one that misses low and away, hits that right side, or I guess where the better would be on the left side batting box as it bounces up and rocks back. And one thing I've seen about these pitchers now is they will really go to work. Logan, I think, works faster than Seth Cook did. Seth and Cody had a way of working really fast. These Warrior pitchers like to get the ball and go back and going. Shakes a couple of them off and gets this one. Misses that one up high, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
I like that Reeves jersey they have on there, that black with that red pinstripe.
That's
I like
right.
that. That's nice.
Good-looking jersey. Never know when Chuck starts talking uniforms with us. We got to be careful. Logan chases that one over to the Reeves dugout, and it goes foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You just don't know when I start talking. You just got to be careful.
Yeah, and I've got I've got the mute button, and look, this is great. I can just push that button as much as I want to, and it mutes him.
I know the feeling. I like pushing buttons too.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top half of the first. McDaniel rocks back and delivers this curveball. It's going to be pounded right up the middle. Who's sitting back and waiting on that, and that is the first base hit of the game. He'd come fastball, 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 and dropped that curveball in him.
And look,
stayed back on it for the first base hit. Go ahead.
That one came before Nick even said anything.
Right. Braxton Phillips will stand in. He's number 8, first baseman now. Pretty big lead over there, and you got to be careful leading off against these Warrior pitchers. McDaniel will snap that over there. Catch him while he's putting that sliding glove on, and he's not paying attention. Becomes a battle right here. That's a good lead. Oh, my goodness, he's got him a big lead, and Brady's going to go over there and get him. Oh, he's saved by just about a half a step. Coach going to tell him quick, look, I understand you're excited about things, but be careful over there. We'll see if he's still getting just a pretty big lead over there. Shuffles back in closer to Markle, and McDaniel will let go with a curveball here that misses outside. Fastball's been effective for him, and the base hit off the curveball, and then a couple of those out of the strike zone. Needless to say, 2 down here in the top of the first we play. Swung on and missed, outer half.
Sounded like it tipped it a little bit.
Yeah, I think he did just get a piece of it there. Boy, it's great to have the voice back too. This is exciting.
Oh, your voice.
My voice, yeah. A little squeaky times the last several games, but we're back in it. The 1-1 offering there. Outer half for strike 2. And Phillips is facing 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 down. You know that Reeves would like to get something going early on here.
What was that squeaky voice character on Welcome Back Carter's name?
Horseshack, as a matter of fact, is who that was. That one fouled back over here where we're still not putting cameras.
Can add a strike to that.
So Welcome Back Cotter. What a reference.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite movies or TV shows, one of the early John Travolta ones.
Absolutely. Great old classics.
Vinnie Barbarino? No, that was his Grease character, wasn't it?
Yes.
So who was he in? That's a shame I know Horseshack but don't know what John's character was in it.
Maybe he'll call us and tell us.
Perhaps. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McDaniel with a obligatory look over, and he's going to step off. That may have been a balk. But he went first move, and that's not what you want to do against a right-hander, and they're going to have a caught stealing there and score that one 1-6-3 for your putout. And that will do it for the Warriors that'll do it for the Raiders in the top half of the first. Coming up, the Warriors will send Markle, Adelise, and Wright to the plate when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
We're back here, and so that took care of the standby Don't know if we can. I don't think we can lift it up any. So that may be the view that we have, or widen out some on it. You got to be very careful. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect, because now we get first base and everything, and I'll deal with that on the bottom of it to get that. So yeah, we're good to go. Missed a good play by Logan over there at first base in the last inning. This is Hunter Broussard on the hill for Reeves. Logan Markle will lead things off. We move to the bottom of the first. Here we go. We'll see and make sure everything's cleared out, and it is.
Just show you how to make one of those buttons that clears it all out for you.
Okay. Absolutely. We'll do that later.
No, we'll do that right now.
No, let's not do that right now. Good looking throw down by Romero. And we're ready to get things going again. Markle, Adlees, and Canyon Wright. Well, went back and we did our cool play of the game for both the Grace games that we did. And messed around and did game 2 and looked back, and both of them were 8th grader Drew Horn.
What?
For his first base hit, his first varsity base hit in game 1. And then he had the single that scored the game's only 2 runs the other day. This is Logan Warrior, first baseman tonight, stands in ready to go. Takes that in there for strike 1. This one, young man, works quickly as well. He'll rock back and deliver this one. Bounces it up in front of the plate, and generally that happens when you hang on to that curveball just a little bit too long, and it snaps off without releasing it up high and give it a chance to work. 1 ball, 1 strike now. That one ground fouled off of Markle. And up and rolling and getting going. Certainly appreciate everyone that's tuned in and watching this, and the fans have come in out of their cars now to come inside. We looked around right before the game, and there was nobody in here.
I think just about every one of them is toting some kind of little heater.
That one ground over to third base. Pickup is there, bounced around to first and not going to be there, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman for the throw down in the dirt. So we'll give that an error for Markle. Reaches on an E5. And that'll bring Maddox Adlees. Look, we talked about it on the show last week. Would he change bats, or do he still have the pencil? We'll have to mark that down and ask him about that Sunday on the show when he makes his announcement.
This is true. Yeah, we've got a big announcement coming up this Sunday.
Maddox takes that one inner half for strike 1. Scoreboard, I think, thought it was a ball, but
he's not as
back
loud
here
as what I'm used to hearing.
Well, we don't have the microphone down there this time. And that's the problem. We've got a very condensed setup where we are because of the cold that ran us in.
A Doug Gann special.
Yes.
Condensed.
Short, but effective. That one's off and down the line. And Logan may get around to third base if he looks up, and he's not going to. They'll get that one back into second, and that's 2 errors now on the game officially.
Coach Brown was not giving him the sign to come to third either. So
no, you could tell him. And then this early, you're not going to run yourself out of an inning by any means.
No.
New rules are in place this year. I don't know if we talked about it before or not. That comes inside and it gets shoulder. Maddox, pencil or not, that got him. That's a hit by pitch. And that'll bring K-Dub to the mound. Canyon Wright, the senior third baseman and pitcher, and anywhere really that you need him. Shakes hands there with the umpire, and that's the way you start things off. I don't believe we've seen Canyon leave the yard this year. I don't know if he has on that game that we weren't here either. Yeah, he's got one on the year there.
Okay.
Flashing back in on Logan. That one bounces around, and Logan will make his way to third, sliding in as best as we can tell. And Adlees, who comes up rubbing his shoulder just a little bit. We'll have to see about the stinger that he took there.
He might be playing a little bit of acting.
I don't know. He usually doesn't do that. But a pass ball got the runners to second and third. So trouble brewing here. Things happening for the Warriors in the bottom half of the first.
And, too, the cold weather might have more of a bite on it.
Indeed. Canyon checks that swing, and that's one of those that might have got appealed had there been an official down at first base. But Canyon able to hang up on that one. Now looks at the 2-ball, 1-strike offering. Rocks back and delivers this one. That one misses outside as well from Broussard. And 3-1 count to Canyon. So an error, a hit by pitch, and now 3-1 the count to to Canyon. Misses outside, and the bases are jammed on that walk to Brady McDaniel, pitcher, cleanup hitter. Freshman.
Wow.
Yeah.
He stepped up. I'm telling you what, it used to be, he's got Canyon's spot now.
Yeah. So he's down batting clean. Well, the idea, too, is that you want to have your guy, and there's no doubt about who the big bopper is on this team, and that is Canyon. You want to have him bat third in your lineup because you want to guarantee that he hits in the first inning. Gotcha. If you're fourth, you don't necessarily guarantee that he's going to be there. Now, it doesn't matter any after the first inning, but that one in there for the strike. It doesn't matter any after the first inning because you have no say-so over it after that.
This is true.
But you want to make sure that your dude bats in the first inning.
Yeah, go ahead and get him warmed in.
Well, that one out or half, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brady. And so one of the other things, you top load your lineup on there just to get some things going right off the bat. That one fights off that curveball going into right field, going to be caught there. Markle going to come in, sac fly, and he will score. So that's a sac fly RBI for Brady after going down 1-2. And that scores Logan. The other 2 runners are unable to move up.
Did I put it in the right spot?
You did, yes.
Okay.
There's a first and second. There is 1 out, though, now.
Oh, yeah. Didn't put that in there. Yeah.
And that will bring Coop to the plate. Cooper Courtwright, the second baseman for the Warriors. He's settled in there after last year and the year before. They'd moved and had some left field, some right field, some center, some moved around a lot. But he has really settled in to secure that infield that's made up of Adelise and Wright on the left side, and Coop and whoever is not pitching, whether it's Logan or Brady, will be over at first base.
The 42, the famous 42.
It's been around for a while. Of course, goes all the way back. They've retired in the major leagues because of Jackie Robinson, but it's been in that family for a while, going all the way back to Cameron James, and then Carson Courtwright had it, and Coop now wears it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Chuck.
Indeed. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They wear that proudly. Broussard will get things settled back for Reed. Goes to find the one little bit of rosin or dirt that's on that turfed mound. Started out of the windup, now goes back to the stretch and looking to flash, but Maddox not very far off of the base. I think there's more risk than there is reward in that one.
A lot more.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down here, bottom of the first. That one misses away. I think slow pace going here early. That'll back things up for the next game and next game and next game tonight. So it is the Prep Classic. Louisiana Prep Classic is here this weekend.
But it does start all over on Saturday.
Yes, it does. Good-looking curveball in there for strike 3, and Coop is down on strikes. That one looking. Talon Epnet will come to the plate. Comes to a little Run DMC here that we don't own the rights to any of the music on there, so certainly we don't. But it's ballpark stadium music at its finest. Talon steps back. This young man Broussard is hitting the outside of the plate every time. He's moving the ball inside, outside, inside, outside.
Yeah, you can see it off the camera there. Just a good little shot of the tip of the plate. You can see where the ball's crossing there.
Yeah, so got to be careful. Pick something up there, too. Young man Broussard on that one. As he's turning, he looks at second base just a little while longer before he comes up, and that's what caused that ball to go errant from the strike zone. Now, of course, everybody knows the shortened backstop here. You don't see a lot of runs scored on pass balls, but the runners can advance pretty well because you can see where it goes and it bangs around a lot.
Yes.
This is the sixth man to bat. Talon Epnet represents the sixth man to bat. He grounds this one over towards the batter's box where Braden is sitting. Lets that one, gets it back inside to Broussard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the bottom of the first, 1-0. Warriors lead this one.
Deuce is not quite wild, but they're, getting hyped up a little bit there.
Yet to have a base hit in this ball game, and the Warriors lead it 1-0. Look at there. The announcer jinx works both ways, doesn't it?
Thank you, Nick.
One run is in, another one is there, and Talon continues. Yeah, so he should get second, and he should get third now. No, it went in and hit the net. Okay. Yeah. So we talked him in. The announcer jinx is real the other way. So that's 2 RBI base hit and give him second on the throw. And Epnet will hustle, make his way back out.
Little glove exchange. Getting rid of some of the extra weight that he's carrying. Obviously, he's not eating any of these fresh cooked fries we had downstairs.
No, they were certainly tasty. That one down low to Braden Wells. Wells stands in there again, the Warrior catcher. Two down now, 3-0. Warriors lead this one. That one is in there. So some of the rules that we were going to go over with you,
yes,
of course,
right.
It's 10 runs after 5. We knew that, but one of the changes that they put in this year was actually 15 after 3. That was kind of an agreed upon thing, and that was smoked by the third baseman there, and they're going to send Talon around third. He'll come in, and that's an RBI coming in head first with no throw. You got to pick him up some there if you're on deck. You got to let him know you're up, you're up, you're up.
Right. Run behind the plate or,
So Braden with a base hit there and an RBI. And he's at first, and they're going to courtesy run for the catcher. We'll see who that is, and we'll let PA announcer spot that for us. Number 12, Easton Marlar, will make his way into run, let the catcher go and get his gear on, but that one was flat smoked by the third baseman. 4-0, the Warriors lead this one. So anyway, back to this story. It's 15 after 3 officially, and 20 after 2. They've added a 20-run roll in here. That got the Warriors on their second game of the season. They won that one 20-0.
You said that was flat smoked by the third baseman. It's also flat smoked past the third baseman.
That one lifted out to shortstop, calling for it, and that will do it for the Warriors in the bottom half of the first. But it's 4 runs on 2 hits. 1 left on after 1 complete. Warriors 4, Raiders 0 when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium, day one after the canceled day one. So day two is day one. Carry the one and have your remainder. They don't think they have any remainders anymore with Common Core, do they? Y'all do some crazy things these days. Anyway, we move to the top of the second. One misses outside. That is Braxton Phillips that leads things off for the Raiders, 4-0. You see that on your screen. A couple of pretty good base hits there by Ebner. And that one lifted high and left and foul and out of play.
Obviously didn't hit any glass because we didn't hear that over the field.
Right. Glass is too cold. It might be ice that's breaking that they see out there. I think the biggest problem was the wind. It wasn't so bad today when that sun was out. That one lifted high into right field. Fields is going to go. No, center field slips under that one. That is Talon who will have that. Epnet records that one, and that's an F8. Luke Cooley, third baseman. Where's number 3? We'll stand in there. Top of the second we play. Again, we're brought to you all the way around by Explore Alexandria Pineville. So you think there's nothing to do? I think there's parades this weekend and next weekend. We've got baseball all weekend. Basketball playoffs are around. Ash girls are at home on Monday in the playoffs as well. So a lot of local basketball on.
Tioga had their playoff game last night. Their season came to an end. Great season for them, though.
Tioga girls?
Tioga girls.
Okay.
The boys haven't started playoffs yet. The girls, they ended up losing by 1. They led most of the game.
Oh,
and
goodness.
Just right there at the last, it kind of just ran out. So
Menards girls won, and they will move on in the playoffs. I think they go down to Newman.
Buckeyes girls won also. Really big last night.
67-27. Libby had a big game, and it slips me Libby's last name, but she had a big game. Libby Cross, yes. Swung on and missed and down on strikes, and that's the first strike out of the game for McDaniel. And Donovan Romero, the catcher, will come to bat. So a lot of girls teams moving on.
Yep.
Daniel misses outside with that one. Misses outside. Like Mrs. Doubtfire, yeah.
That's just, again, that'd be an interesting name for someone.
McDaniel just low with that one. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm glad we're not over at the parade tonight. Do anything with that. You can't get inside and live stream that one.
Parade?
Yeah.
Who's doing a parade?
Somebody, I think. Yeah, the Eloquent's next week, isn't it? 3-0. No, the Pineville Mardi Gras parade is tonight. McDaniel rocks back, trying to loosen up a little bit. That one lifted high. Looks like Epnet is just camping out under it in center field. Comes up and makes that 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for Reeves in the top half of the second. We'll be back when we, right after this, from our title sponsor, or our scoreboard sponsor, Wallace Eye Associates.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one
Back to action we go. Had a great time last night at the Recycled Runway. Junior League puts that on. And they've got a store that's new to you, so people donate things to the Junior League, and you can go by there and get it at a discount. So these local celebrities that have to be a part of it will go in there and buy something, and then they wear it, and outfits ranged from $7.50, which won the most frugal outfit award, up to like $30. Bennett Rowland was in it. Joanna Phillips was in there. Mandy Guillory from over at Alexandria Emergency Hospital was in there.
Was Doug Gann in it?
No, Doug Gann was not. However,
That local celebrity.
Josh
was.
Gann was in there. Mary Goff's Teacher of the Year was there.
Yes.
And the table, there were 3 tables there that were there supporting JG and one of our 446 Sports crew as well. So he's there, and the teachers that teach with him had them cardboard cutouts with his face on there, and then had T-shirts with his face. They were the Gann squad, is what they were. So he won the Junior League's Choice Award for that, and then so Joanna and Bennett, who do jambalaya in the mornings, they were talking about their time that was on there, and Joanna brings up she took one of the heads and put it on there and gave a big shout out to Josh Gann and said how much they liked it. So we're returning the favor here. Big shout out to Joanna and Bennett for the work that they do over at KALB.
Thank you. That was nice. That was super nice. Great. Glad to see that organization putting together.
Raised a lot of money out there. Another one coming up, we'll tell you about. It's March the 8th. Over at Huckleberry. That is fostering community. They work with foster children and foster, that area around here. And very big supporters of that here at 446 Sports. And they've got their Crawfish for a Cause coming up March 8th. You have to pre-order it, but you can go to the Fostering Community's website and check all of that out.
Kind of like having to be very careful to say that and not say clause, right?
That's what I went over with Brett. Drew Horn leads things off here in the bottom of the second.
A little bit of a sweeping swing there by him. I don't think he was pleased with that swing.
No, and he's had some at-bats where he's got late into the count before he's delivered, like he gets ready on there. And one thing that I've noticed, so when he had his base hit the other night, he had 2 strikes on him. It was full count, I think, is where he had his strikes. But he had choked up on the bat. And so I'm looking back at him now and seeing, and he looks like he just chokes up, and that's probably where his comfort zone is.
Yeah. Of course, his toes are just off the line there, too, of the batter's box.
Looks like a new pitcher that's in there. That's a new pitcher. That's Jackson Hall now goes to the – So Broussard had 1 inning pitched and gave up 4 runs. And so Ross, the lefty, will come in there, and he bounces that one up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Warriors want to continue. Ed put towards the tail end of that. Let's see. They had their hits with a couple of outs the last time. They seem to do that. They do very well with the 2-out hitting. Hall rocks back, delivers this one, and it is a little nubber out towards second base. Hustling down the line is Horn, and he's going to be safe. I mean, that was as close as you'll get, but you saw it right at the edge of the screen over there. Good hustle down the line by the 8th grader, Drew Horn, and that'll get back to the top of the Warrior lineup and Logan Markle, and that is an infield single and a base hit. Don't you agree? Yeah, base hit all the way on there. That's probably, I don't know, I've seen some out in front of the mound, Chuck, that have gotten hit, and Chuck's fiddling during the game. That one lifted out to left field on a shot. Left fielder's right there on it, though. That was a pretty good hit for Markle, but he is going to be retired on a fly ball to left field for the first out. And Adelise will stand in there. Maddox Adelise hit by pitch on his first at-bat last inning. Chuck looking around and don't know what he's looking for.
I was seeing if I could get a little bit more first base in there just to
You got the first baseman in there, too, so that's a good shot. Apologize, it's the only shot we have today, but the wind is doing that. Maddox, this one out to left field, in between left and center. Left fielder coming up is going to be a collision on there.
There's a catch made.
Yeah, the catch was made, and that's going to chase Drew all the way back, and we'll check and make sure those young guys are okay, and it looks like they are. It looked like the left fielder had that one, so we'll give another fly out to the 7, and now Canyon right. But Warriors hitting the ball pretty well, just right at somebody.
From what I understand out there at Reeves High School is they're used to banging their heads against the wall sometimes.
It's Chuck at 446sports.com.
That's just students. Let's put it that way. They're used to banging their heads against the wall. Uh-oh.
Throw down a second, not in time, and hustling down is Horn, and he'll have the stolen base.
Off the mark as well.
First base now open for Canyon. I don't think that really matters as much. I don't believe they'd have pitched around him anyway, whether there was somebody on first base or not.
Yeah.
Hall looks back at second base, where the shortstop and second baseman are flashing just a little bit on the runner. But it certainly gives a big opening between first and second and third, as both of you don't normally see both guys, and now they change it back just a little bit. The shortstop stays home, as was probably the call with the pull hitting Canyon right on there.
He turned to throw it, and nobody was there to cover the bag.
Well, and Drew wasn't that far off of the base anyway. I think that was more, as Sheriff Justice said, just an attention getter. 2 balls, no strikes to Canyon. Canyon, for the second time, has the count 3-0. He walked in his first at-bat, so no official at-bat today for Canyon. Stands in there with a 3-0 count here, bottom of the second. We played 2 down. This is where the Warriors like to do work, so with 2 outs. Up high, and ball 4, so Canyon back on. Brady McDaniel had the sac fly back in the first inning, so he is 0 for 0 on the day.
0 for 0. I like that.
Not for naught. 2 outs. We'll see if the Warriors are able to do anything here.
Sounds like that would be kind of naughty.
Runners will advance. Second and third, they go on a wild pitch, we'll call that. And that gets him down to second on the wild pitch. And also, so only 1 stolen base registered for Drew, that of second. We'll give him the wild pitch and no stolen base on that one. Here's the delivery. That one ground back up the middle, banging around, and that's you know, Brady still he's got the hustle to get down, and he's not going to do it. Yeah, just not the speed out of that young man, but that will do it. So no runs for the Warriors in the bottom half of the second. We move to the top of the third. Tied it, or no, it's 4-0. Warriors lead this one. We'll be back right after this from Jason Hawk.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Back to the top of the third we go.
Doug, I'll give you a little bit of an update then.
Please.
Vinny Barbarito was John Travolta in Welcome Back, Kotter.
Okay.
In Greece, he was Danny Zuko.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was, he was Vinny Barbarino.
Yeah.
That's who he was. Yeah, I was right.
You were absolutely right. You want me to say it again for you?
No, I got to quit doubting myself.
You said Miss Doubtfire earlier, so don't be that
could be it. McDaniel now top of the third. We go set to face McBride, Bohannon, and Perkins.
No relation.
You say that. You don't know. We might have a cousin up that way
Well,
that you just don't know about.
Could be.
This is Jimmy McBride that will stand in. Number 24, he plays left field.
I looked down at their mascot, Reeves Raiders, because I saw looks like a headdress, almost like an Indian chief on it, but just from my quick glance of it.
McDaniel, that one fouled off, and Markle trying to look at it, see if it would curve back fair a little bit, but it certainly didn't. McDaniel rocks back and delivers this one. Held on to that one and spun himself around. Boy, that's one thing that'll get you when you don't get up and deliver a good throw back to your pitcher. Make him work a little bit off the mound. I don't think that Brady is in the rhythm he was in that first inning.
It doesn't feel like it.
Was that one in there? It evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We
hush.
play in the top half of the third in this one, 4-0. Warriors played at 4 in that bottom of the first. Nothing doing. That ground ball over to Logan. He'll stay down on it and make the play at first for out number 1. Caleb Bohannon, the right fielder. Number 35 for Reeves will stand in.
When I looked at that schedule you'd sent out about this weekend's prep classic that was going on, and saw the times, I was thinking, are these not scheduled to be full games?
No, they are.
Wow.
They are. That
Tight
just
schedule.
things run a little long in the evening games. That's how you like to play the first one.
Exactly.
Wells did a good job of pulling that one back.
Yes, he did.
Getting the strike, framing that, if you will, and Brady settling into that rhythm that he was in. And only delayed as Bohannon stepped out a little bit, throws that one off the plate and outside for a ball and a strike.
Seeing your text messages on top, but you get them on your phone.
Yes, swung through that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nothing. Yeah, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I'm looking at the position of the Reeves coach over here on third base line. Do they not?
Good
really
curveball in there, strike 3, and down on strikes goes Bohannon, and that's the second strikeout for McDaniel. Blake Perkins.
Just wondering they don't hold them too much to that coaching box. Of course, it's not lined over there either, but
Yeah, there is no box you can really go, but I just don't know that I'd want to be that close.
no, that's really close. Can't air that one online.
Nothing in 1. The count here to the 9-hole hitting Blake Perkins, who plays second base. Swung on and missed there.
Little locker room humor.
Very
there about
little.
the PA announcer.
Very little.
Yes.
Outside, strike looking. That's 3 strikeouts for McDaniel. All 3 of them have been looking. We move to the bottom of the third. The Warriors lead this one 4-0. Due up for the Warriors. Looks like Cooper, Epnet, and Braden when we come back.
For cataract surgery in Central Louisiana, insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Back here we go. You saw that from Firehouse Subs. We want to give a big shout out to Firehouse Subs. Of course, they are our official sandwich shop of 446 Sports. 2 locations here in Central Louisiana, one in Alexandria and one over in Pineville. They own the one in Monroe and have 3 locations down in Acadiana, Karen Cronin, Iberia, and on Kali Saloom in Lafayette. And that is where, beginning August 19th, we will do the Pelican Sports Report from the Acadiana area, from Lafayette, Louisiana, where we will have a school night each Tuesday night there during football season. We'll feature a different team from the Acadiana area, and that is courtesy of our friends at Firehouse Subs, the official sandwich shop of 446 Sports.
Chicken chipotle would be really good from there right now.
Wouldn't hurt things. Hall back on to throw his second inning of work. That is Cooper Courtwright that leads things off in the third. Warriors got a little bit going in the first inning, but it's been goose eggs the rest of the way. Just their third at bat here. Coop swings through that one and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Surprised you hadn't had your box score throw up on the screen there, Doug.
Haven't had that yet. Cooper, Courtwright, Talon Epnet, and Braden Wells will bat that one ground over foul. See, that's why the third base coach from Reeves would have been in trouble right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Get him over there by that the batting circle, and that's tough. The on-deck circle.
Catcher's gear was over there propped up on the chair and made a little contact with
Curveball really didn't have a chance at it. Bless you. That one outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one a ground ball over. Bounces around there. That's going to be trouble. Coop runs fast, and that one is airmailed down. Coop will stay right where he's at. He wanted to head down to second base, but again, no reason to push things here. And Epnet, who has an RBI single, 2 RBI single back in the first inning, will stride there. The Warriors get Coop on. Calling the signals out there. Omaha.
Thought he was yelling out a combination lock.
Whatever it was, you can count. You can, if you go back, it's going to be and going first move on there and Coop. You have to. That's the only way that you can do it on a left-handed pitcher. And man, you just got to think that you can get to second base quicker than they can throw to first. First, get down to second. You've got to beat the ball down to second base, and he did it that time.
Yes.
So down into scoring position goes Epnet.
With 0 outs.
Right.
Good spot to be in.
Hall delivers this one, goes down low. And where we bottom of the third, we play 4-0. Warriors lead this one. Hall did a good job last inning, didn't give up any runs. There's that long look back to second. This time he holds it in there and gets the strike. Hall got the war paint on the face there, the center fielder. Dude's ready to play baseball. Talon squares around, but look for him to pull that back and swing. I don't expect he's hacking or bunting. Oh, look, those are right behind him. He did. And that's going to effectively get done what Coach Brown wanted to do and get Coop down to third base.
He just jogged, had a nice little leisurely jog down there, even with that short backstop.
Good, well, yeah, but he had a good lead, good secondary, and so there wasn't anybody going to get him. Talon pushes that one foul. Had a conversation after, I guess, our Oberlin game when Talon was called on to bunt and fouled off a couple of them, and then gets that base hit that scored Coop. And I said, hey, did you push them bunts on purpose? He's like, no. Of course, that one, he didn't have a chance, but he hammers this one out to left field. Looks like it's chasing the left fielder back a little bit. Another sack fly, and there's no play at the plate as Coop will come in and score. So that is a sack fly. The third RBI of the night for Talon Ebnet. And that's a sack fly, and that'll bring Braden Wells up, who also has an RBI. If he gets an RBI this at bat, it's going to have to be a trot around the bases.
He's the other B-dub.
He is. That one missed inside, and Hall wasn't pleased with that at all. One down here in the bottom of the third. That one misses just outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hearing some Christmas wishes from
That's right.
Partner up here.
Rocks back and delivers this one. So Chuck had his big opportunity Monday night, because Chuck will be here bringing you the action for Grace Christian.
Okay.
To follow along with this story. And I was talking to our illustrious PA announcer and music aficionado up here in the press box, and I told him, I said, look, I said, Monday night, because of the playoffs, I'll make the trip over to Northwood Lena as Oak Hill will host Pitkin in that game. And there's a ground ball base hit for Wellesley. It's his second base hit of the game. No RBI on this, and Colton Thills will come to the plate with there. And so I said, this could be tough on 446 Sports as an organization with the two of you in here. And he lets me know he wasn't going to be here for that game. So not sure who's going to be in here with you, Chuckles, but it's not going to be my man. So I feel a little better about life.
I'll read up on some material this weekend just in case.
What did Mercy Me say? Can only imagine.
I was at the Walmart the other day, and I saw a big bag of Laffy Taffies. I'm like, oh, look at their research material.
Research material indeed. 5-0 Warriors lead this in the bottom of the third. Wells with a base hit. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Swung on, and Thills chases one outside.
But you'll be happy to know the missus said, you can't do that to Doug.
Right, exactly. Bless her heart. Yes. For so many reasons.
Yes.
Looking out over the right center field wall there, and there's some stretching going on. I realized, oh, yeah, there's another game. I think there's, 3 more games after this one? This is game 1. They had to move some up to St. Mary's and somewhere else, I think. Curveball comes inside on Thills. That was strike 3, so he's going to make his way down to first. First base, there was somebody there, so yeah, the runner. So he didn't need to go or couldn't go anywhere anyway, and that's 2 down. So a strikeout, drop third strike, but they'll get it down to Drew Horn here.
I'm looking back there where we normally sit on center field wall,
and somebody's there.
There's some pigeons that
that's
you
right.
see their heads poke up every.
They
so
have
often.
roosted.
Yes.
Indeed. Went right through the sign that said media only. That one bounces up, and that'll get Wells down to third base.
Reserved for 446 Sports.
Right. Time called, and they'll courtesy run. That probably Marler again. Yeah, Easton Marler gets in.
Yep. There's the unofficial member of the Trenchcoat Mafia out there.
Yeah, I see him.
Flashing once or twice.
1 run, bottom of the third here. That was another RBI from Epnet. He's got 3. That one comes inside on Horn, and, well, that's one of those that you might want to just not get out of the way so quick.
Yeah.
That'll get that lineup flipped over to Markle. Markle hit the ball hard, but right at the left fielder his last time up, but right now it's Drew Horn. He had a base hit his last at-bat. Ground ball over to shortstop. Play is made across the diamond in time, and that will do it. So the Warriors pick up 1 run in the bottom of the third. They lead this one after 3 complete, 5-0. We'll be right back after this from BU Design.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
We're back to the top of the fourth we go. Warriors lead this one 5-0.
Well, it's nice having that little line dance with you, Doug, with the Sweet Carolina echoing through the speakers. Little kick.
I don't think so, Chuck. Leading things off here is the leadoff hitter. That's Jackson Hall. He's grounds that one up a base hit up the middle and give him a base hit. There past the diving Maddox Adelise, but unable to pull that one in. This last inning for Chuck as he sits with us here. He's going to make his way over across the subdivision. Yes. Start getting ready for that one. Whatever shall we do?
Yeah, I know. I hear you over there. Oh, he was yawning. I thought he was sighing. I'm sorry.
This is Hunter Broussard. He was the original pitcher. I'm trying to look. That may be the first base hit of the game against McDaniel, and it is. That one lifted high. It's Coop calling for that one. He's going to have a shot at a double play. Over to first in time. Never made it back to the base, and that's a double play there on a fly ball to second base. It just cannot happen on that one, and that's misreading it bad, but that is a double play. Score that 4-3 for the double play. 4 unassisted, and then 4-3 on the putout.
Kind of fault some of the coach for that one, though. That's a get back.
Well, you don't know if they're not hearing it, not listening to it, I don't know, but you gotta see it.
Yeah, definitely gotta see it.
Top of the fourth, we play 2 down now quickly. That's a good-looking pitch on the outside corner. So, yeah, we're gearing up to bring you a lot of sports between now and Wednesday. Gosh, there's a lot of games on that. Good curveball. He stayed back on that one, did Lafargue. But
got a little confused on that one for me. The catcher stepped over slightly, adjusted to the right, but it stayed more on the inside.
Yeah, when they mix things up, 0-2 now. McDaniel looking to get another strikeout. Doesn't do it. Yeah, no amount of pulling back on that one was Wellesley going to be able to do there. Oh, they got the tents. Is that what you're?
Yeah, the little chair, little cubicle.
That one fouled straight back.
Trying to stay warm over there.
We saw those that, gosh, who had that the other day?
Hope it's vented.
There were like 4 or 5 of them lined up in a row.
You know, if you put enough heat on that thing, it'll do like a heat shrink.
Boy, they called them old things back in the day. Canyon comes up, firing over to first, down the line, but a great job backing that up was Steels. And that one is there. Shrinky Dinks, they called them back in the day when you would do that. Wow. Talking about waxing nostalgic. This is Braxton Phillips. Phillips flew out to Epnet, one of 2 outs that Talon made back in the second.
I think the Reeves coach just gave hand signs to get a cheeseburger and fries.
Snap throw over, and he's probably telling him, don't get picked off again. because they had one picked off back in the first inning.
This is true.
And it may have been Lafarge's. Yeah, that is. This is a young man that was picked off because I remember the hopping around. You know. So Phillips is in there, and Phillips gets back out of the box on that throw. It's one of those you could snap throw down to first base, and I guarantee it's going to hit that bat or something, and you could generate an interference out of it. McDaniel looks in, nothing in one, 2 down, top of the fourth. Good curveball right back up the middle. Coop's going to handle it there. Over to first in time, and that will retire the side. Raiders pick up 1 hit. Leave a man on, no runs. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back right after this.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana.
Back to the bottom of the fourth, we play. In this one, Warriors lead it 5-0. Should have Markle leading things off, and it does look like he's making his way to the plate. Logan Markle will stand in there. 0-2 on the day, but has scored a run. Reached on an error by the third baseman back in the first inning, then flew out to left field. Third inning of work for Jackson Hall. Hunter Broussard on the hook for the decision in this one. Hall gave up that run back in the third, but the 4 runs by Broussard in the first did it. He pitched an inning, gave up 4 runs, all of them earned. Logan up at the very front of the box lifts this one to left field again. Shortstop is camping out, though he'll make his way back and gather that one in, and that is a fly ball. And that'll bring up Maddox Adelise.
So I'm trying to remember, Doug, because it's been a while and I'm not as up on my baseball rules and whatnot. But
okay.
The pitcher on the hook for it right now, if they do change pitchers, the only way he gets off the hook is if a run is scored.
If the score gets tied.
Gets tied.
Yeah,
okay.
at some point, if it gets back to flush, that one pushed to the right and somehow misses the Reeves coach that's in there in that little spot between the dugout and the fence. So, yeah, no, he's got to get all the way back to where the game is tied at that point.
That makes sense. Okay, I knew there was something to it.
Yeah, he would no longer be the pitcher of record at that point.
Kind of like that's a new game, basically.
Mm-hmm. That one bounces around and gets Adelise, and he'll trot on down to first base with a second hit by pitch of the night. He was hit back in the first, and then Canyon with 2 base on balls will stand in there ready to go. Canyon Wright comes out to some Beastie Boys and Brass Monkey. Huh. What are these walkout songs?
How do they get exposed to that? Oh, internet.
Hall looks around that one outside, and I think that may be 9 straight that Canyon has seen out of the zone. I don't remember one being in the strike zone to Canyon.
There was one. I think it's first at bat.
Hall looks at first now. Comes home. Misses outside. And I think Adelise has him pretty concerned over there. Came a lot closer than a lot of these games in the past have been. Reeves doing a good job defensively. And on Jackson Hall, who has done a pretty good job of throwing since he's been in there. Canyon smokes this one down the line. Left fielder looks at it, but not going to have it. Maddox will take advantage of the bobble out in left field, and he's got a chance to come on around home, and they're not going to hold Maddox Adelise up. He'll go first to home, and that's an RBI for Canyon Wright. Good bit of hustling by Maddox Adelise.
That'll allow Canyon to get over to second.
Yep, score a base hit, give him second on the throw.
Taking a quick moment here to take the protection off of his legs, bring it over to the bundled up Coach Brown out there on left.
Brady McDaniel, who has pitched pretty solidly today, just 2 base hits, picked one of them off back in the first inning, and then had a double play that retired the other one, so has faced the minimum in this game. That one's smoked by the third baseman as well, and I don't think you're going to send Canyon around. Now the ball's bobbled out in left field again. He's hold it, wait, go, no stop, now go. Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, and good piece of running or thereabouts, and give that RBI to Brady McDaniel. It's his second RBI of the game. Coming around to score is Canyon.
Nothing like getting a little agility workout on your way home.
That's right.
Looks like it's going to be another change on the mound here, Doug. See who they bring in. As the coach sits there and holds the white ball there in a hand, you want to wait for the change and then go to a break, or you want to go to a break?
Go ahead. And if he's making, he took the ball, yeah, go ahead and step away.
Cataract surgery in Central Louisiana. Insist on Wallace Eye Associates, where leading eye surgeon Dr. Thomas Stuckey and our team of doctors continue to set the standard in cataract care in Louisiana. If you're over age 60 and just aren't seeing as well as you used to, let our cataract team restore your vision and renew your life. When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
Finishing up the warm-up pitches here, that is number 8, Braxton Phillips, coming in from first base. That will take the hill, another lefty. And, boy, the Warriors' bats have been solid here. Anything that's been thrown in the zone. So, Chuck, appreciate you. Yes, sir, go ahead.
I was just going to tell you, with Canyon and with Braden, they basically hit the ball in the same spot.
They did.
Got the same response from the left fielder. And now they're going to change the pitcher.
Very identical players out there. Chuck, we're going to send you off, head over across the subdivision, and get ready for that Ash Menard game that we'll have coming up for you on 446 Sports around 6 o'clock. We'll go out there and start the setup. Then we'll bring all the stuff over and have it ready to go. But appreciate you jettisoning your way out here to get this going and switch our camera for us. And we'll see you over at Don Boniel Field.
I don't mind bringing my toys to the party so you can play. Just remember to bring them home for me.
You're going in there in your Menards shirt. That's what's.
Well, my.
But when you leave Grace, it
just has
becomes a Menards shirt because it's green, and so there you go.
I've got the black.
You
one
got
on
the
underneath
you
it.
got the blue one. Oh, you're multi-layered, aren't
Oh,
you?
I'm like an ogre. I have layers.
Indeed, they like onions. All right, brother. Be safe heading over there, and we'll see you in a bit.
Have a good night.
Chuck Perkins joining us on here. Going to take his, not everything. Yep, that's fine. We'll leave it in the same spot. Put it right there. Cold fries, and take that with you and that camera, and you'll be good to go. We play in the bottom of the fourth inning here. And that's Cooper Court, right? So that is Beastie Boys' walkout song number 2 for the Warriors. That one. And you expect the Warriors to be hacking anytime there's something that's relatively close to the zone. The things that we've seen have not been close to the strike zone in this one, but it could be. He's just getting settled in right there. That from Canyon around third was pretty funny. That's one that was just off of your camera there, but will stay in our minds forever without a doubt. That one misses up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. People notice when Chuck leaves because the scoreboard delay lags a little bit because I'm running it now. Coop going where that one was pitched. Might have hit Chuck walking out in the parking lot. I don't know. Big shout out to our buddy up in New York, works on our crew with us, Jason. He up on vacation, spending a little time in New York. I asked him if you're going to watch the broadcast. He said no. Well, at least he was honest. So I guess it's hard for us to give a shout out to him if he's not listening. So we're giving a shout out for him. We'll do that. Oh, a chilly one up here today. This weekend has been something, and then back in the 70s, it'll go next week. We have a little rain coming in Sunday night. That's what I'd seen. That curveball loops around. That's going to come up. Center fielder's going to have it, and that'll be 2 down. Talon Ebnet will stand in there. He's had a pretty good day already in this one. 3 RBI, 2 base hits. I know he had a sac fly, so he's 1 for 2, but he's got 3 RBI. Base hit here should score Markle from out at second base. Actually, no, that's waiting on Markle anymore. They've made their way. That's a runner for Brady more than likely. Yeah, who's that running out at second base? Aiden Gordon on to run. Number 35 is your courtesy runner at second base. That one bounces outside, and that's going to send Talon down to first base. Runners at first and second. Wells will come in there. Wells also having a pretty good day of it. 2 base hits in this one, a couple RBI. Braden represents a pretty big run in this game as things sit heading towards the 5th. Getting him across home plate is crucial. Bounces inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Thiels and Horn due up to follow, but there are 2 down here. And the Warriors, we've seen them all the way. They have like a pinch hitter is on deck, actually. that Easton? Yeah, that's Easton Marlowe that we see, number 12. Will come in to hit for Thiels. Should the inning extend. That went in there for strike one. 3 balls. 3 balls and a strike here. Bottom of the 4th we play. Warriors lead this 7-0. That one up high is going to be ball 4 and load him up for Easton Marler. Got to certainly believe that he'll be up there taking until he gets a strike thrown to him. But again, keeping an eye on our man over at first base or whoever that will be. Phillips has loaded the bases here. 2 outs, a little ground ball, get you out of this. Check swing, not going all the way through. And that'll make a coach not real happy about it. You got a wild pitcher that's on, and then nothing in 1. That one out. Goodness. I don't think you get into that wide of a strike zone until you're past that run rule portion of it. And see, that's what the problem. You're hearing, ooh, good pitch from the opposition because of the one that was previously called. That curveball comes right back in, and that is going to do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the 4th. We go to the 5th when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back for the top of the 5th we go. Warriors lead this one 7-0. Daniels allowed just 2 hits on the day. Those were scattered out. 1 double play and 1 picked off runner got them out of those 2 situations. I won't call them jams by any means, just situations. We're rolling through this blustery afternoon. So if the game would have started on time, it'll send to the plate number 3. That's Luke Cooley. He struck out in his first plate appearance today. Ground ball just foul. That one misses ball one. Two balls and one strike here. As it's just been one of those slow-moving ones. That'll find Coop over there, kind of in between, hits the grass. He's got to barehand it and does, and tremendous work by Cooper Courtright, and that could very well be one of our Southern Air cool plays of the game to come up and get that one. That's just in no man's land, and you hope for the best, and he comes back and gets that one. Bare hands that did not have time to get in the glove, and Donovan Romero now will stand in. Ball one, and I think a little upset there was Brady. He's now went 2-0. This is where you have to just gather your composure and stay strong in there. There's one. 2 balls and a strike to Romero. Flew out to Talon in center field in inning number 3. McDaniel slowly gets back up onto the, goes that one, and it's there for the strike. Full count now, all the way back after going 3-0 on his man. McDaniel comes back, swung on and fouled back. Three more games today in this one. So there's the Grace game at 6:30, and there's an 8 o'clock game. Whew. Strike 3 down looking. And that's 2 up, 2 down for McDaniel. Warriors lead this one 7-0. We play top of the 5th. That fly ball out to right field where Easton Marler has found his way out and gets the 3rd out. So 3 up and 3 down. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. Right after this.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium. This is the Louisiana Prep Classic. Drew Horn will lead things off, the left fielder for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th. 3 runs would be pretty big here in this one. That one bounced back to the pitcher. Romero a little bit extra time as he was one of the later batters in that top of the 5th. It is Horn, Markle, Adlees, and Wright due up for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 5th. So if you're looking for a spot that you think you can go up and get 3 runs, this is certainly it. Again, the Warriors play back at 6:30. You'll have to come out and watch that one, though it won't be on the air tonight. But we will be back here for that big matchup with Lake Arthur tomorrow at 1:30. That should be a good one. Warriors play St. Joe's out of Plocheville tonight. Horn takes strike one. That one ground and double hit and foul and nothing in two. It looks like that the cool weather is starting to lower the reflex and the responses in this one. Over to second base. Second baseman is going to handle it cleanly. Over to first in time. That was Perkins to Phillips. Except Phillips is on the mound, so I don't know who's there. That's number 10. So that's Jackson Hall, who was in center field. One out in this one, back to the top of the Warrior lineup, and Logan Markle. Misses out and away. You got to think at this point now, you start holding your guys a little bit. Shortstop it goes, bobbled around, and Markle's going to beat that one out. He's safe at first. Error on the shortstop. Maddox Adelaide stands in. Hit by a pitch a couple of times in this one. Flew out to center field 0 for 3. Or 0 for 1 on the day. That one smoked over to third base. Going to eat him up once again. And that's going to have Markle at second. Maddox. And big-time Canyon Wright strides into the plate now. I don't remember the last time that big time has walked one off. We'll have to see what he's got. A lot of family that watches this one. I may be reverse announcer jinxing him again, you know. Lifts that one high and on the infield. Boy, that's trouble. It's in foul territory. And Canyon robbed on that one. Boy, that was tough on there. Him going after that one. And that was a long run for everybody, and you hate that that's the way that at-bat ended for him. Brady McDaniel says, I don't want to go back out there and pitch again. See if I can do something with it here. Runners are off and going. Coach Brown trying to generate something because he knows how important it is to go get these 3 runs and not have to come back out in the 6th. McDaniel just pushes that one foul, ball and a strike. It's what it sounded like. He said 2 strikes, but I just don't know about that. One ball, 2 strikes now to McDaniel. Bounces inside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here, bottom of the 5th. Ball's just not really moving. It's not flying today. That cold, dead air. That one down low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cooper Courtright waits on deck. Should McDaniel reach? Hammers that one out, and the outfield center fielder giving chase, and it's going to go over his head. 1 run comes around to score. Easily another one, and McDaniel holds on at first base and gives the Warriors a 9-0 lead. I believe that we'll get a runner in there for our man that's pitching. Won't be Marler this time. Aiden Gordon will come in, and he represents run number 10. Wearing the old number of Wyatt Miller. Number 35 is who he's wearing there. So Coop, who's been hitting the ball well. That one misses away outside, and no movement from first base. Wasn't a very big lead. And going against that lefty, too. You got to keep an eye. That's ball 2. Coop looking to put one in the gap. Well, look how shallow the right fielder's playing. Trying to cut off anything. Pitching him away, though, and going. That's one that leads you, and Cooper can put it down the line. That would score Gordon if he gets it over the head of the right fielder. Because he'll be off on contact. We know that. Very speedy young Warrior that's out there. That one bounces around, and ball 4. Runners will be at first and second. Runner in scoring position. Epnet did it a couple of Monday nights ago when it made it 12-2 over Oberlin. You'd really like to get Gordon, a couple of them to the backstop, but I don't know. I wanted the backstop on him coming in from third, though. One misses away, ball 1. You know, anything in the zone, Talon's going to be hacking at it. He does a great job with RBIs. Runners in scoring position, he hits the ball really well. Grounds that one foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. 9-0, Warriors lead this one. 4 runs in the first, 0 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Warriors still bad here in the fifth with 2 outs, doing some business with 2 outs as they've done most of their runs. That one misses nowhere for strike 2. Goodness gracious. Talon puts a charge into up center field, and your runner from second who should have scored on that. And Coach Brown using this as a teaching moment, letting him know that there's 2 outs. And I don't know that he would have scored, but I know that he would have sent him. There's no doubt about that. If he's off and running and gets his good secondary from there and that ball's hit, you're around third before, and that does it. Coach Brown's telling him, look, don't press. Just come out here and put the ball in play. If he shoots anything down that right field line where there's no one, and I don't know that you'll score from third on a pass ball here. Smoke that one down the line at third, and that's going to do it. B. Wells walks it off here. The 10th run of the game scores, and that's your ball game. So take all the drama out of it. B. Wells ends things on the first pitch you see. Had him looking fastball. Matthew West is queued up. Grace wins every time. That will do it from here at Merrill Blackburn Field. It's been a pleasure. I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports. We will see you back out here tomorrow for that 1:30 game against Lake Arthur. That will do it. God bless you.